Alright, so in this video I want to show you a quick rundown of how to create like worksheets, quizzes, exit tickets, that sort of thing on Canva. So I'm going to start by showing you a few of my examples. Alright, so this one here I found a template. All I did was search up a template. I don't remember which one. But all I did was find a template, and then I changed out the wording for what I wanted, and I added in this chunk of lined paper so that the kids could write on it, because the activity was summarizing fiction text. So we had an anchor chart with these bullet points here, and I wanted to make it so that they had the bullet points and space to write all on the same page so that it was all right there for them and they could check it off as they went. Alright, so that was one thing. All I did was use a template that was already made and then add to it. Okay, we had these. These are checkpoints that I made for science. Now, I did not use a template for these. I made these ones completely myself. I used a flyer sheet of paper, okay, and then I added in 4 boxes and then went into each one, give them a title, give them a line for their name, and then put in the questions. Okay, the idea behind this one was that there are little quizzes behind each of the 8 lessons that went along with our My Sci kits, and it's just a short version of a quiz. It's like an exit ticket, but I made them shaped different. Like, I made them shaped like this instead, and small, because I felt like it might be a little more exciting to receive something like this than a regular piece of paper. So there's those, but I made those myself. Alright, I had this one. This one, again, was one I made 100% by myself, okay? So obviously I added in name, lines, a title, a little bit of background. I made a word bank. This right here was just an element that I looked up. I think I looked up a box or something like that. And I went to graphics. Yeah, right here. So that's all I did with that one. Okay, obviously there's other ones. You could probably even type in, like, word bank. Word bank. Well, that's not quite what you're looking for, but there's options, okay? And then this one, if I remember correctly, this activity I found a template again, except the template I used was completely unrelated to anything educational. I don't remember what it was, but I found something. I liked the layout of it. I might have looked up graphic organizers. I liked the layout of it. I added what I needed. It was about turbines. I put in some turbine pictures. And I just did what I needed, and then I had it printed out and ready for the kids. Okay? This one is for anyone who's ever played Trash Get Ball. All I did with this one, if you've ever played Trash Get Ball, basically the papers have to be cut outable, like in little pieces that they could easily cut out. The questions do. So I purposely made this one like this. I went and I put in a box, and then I made them fit, and then I put a question in each one. Again, that was one that I made 100% by myself so that I had what I needed. This one. So I did find, okay, let me say, this one here was a template that I found, and I switched to make what I needed. Obviously, I changed out all the words, and I did happen to find the template I used. So this was the template I used. That's how this quiz started out. I literally searched up quizzes, and I found a template, and I was like, 10 questions, that'll do. And I went in, changed it all out, but it had it already laid out for me, which was nice. Okay, so there was that. Obviously, you basically have 3 options. You can completely create one from scratch, and if you would do that, I would highly recommend using this flyer option. If you don't want to make one from scratch, you can search for them. You can just search for worksheets. There's tons of them in here. Let's say, I'm gonna look up moon phases. Moon phases worksheet. And I could print out this one right here. And it gives me an answer key. So that's an option for me. There's a few different ones to pick from. Different sizes, shapes. Okay. Let me